Okay, this is a Vickers V45 double pump inspection. We do these a lot. This one's a particular one that has two cartridges. First of all, gloves and safety glasses. Okay, I just picked this up yesterday, and this is a brand new pump. Well, it's 6 months old. It's been on there for 6 months, and customer says it's just not working. So we're going to do an inspection here, and we've never worked on this one. We're going to quickly do a thing. So I'm going to show you, because of the clocking on this, the way these ports are, you always want to punch mark this. You don't have punches. I like using numbers. You can use little dots or whatever, but I'm going to go from the shaft in. 1, 1. Okay? Make sure you get them in there good. 1, 1 on the front. And then 2, 2 on the back one. That way, when you put it together, you'll see your clocking here. Another reason you do this is someone else works on it, seen this happen, and then it's set aside for a couple of weeks. You come back and no one knows which way it goes because they didn't mark it. That's why you always do this. Okay, so we're just going to get it apart, and I'm going to find out, and we're going to see immediately what the problem is, or if he has a problem with his system. Because this thing should last longer than 6 months, but I have a feeling that it's possibly the back pump, because that seems to be the one that always has the problem. So let's bust it apart. We got it marked, so we know 1, 1, 2, 2. Let me... Okay, so let's get this separated. Okay, bearing's pretty good. We're going to change that anyways. Just checking that. It's not the problem. Okay, we got to get these out of here. It's a main big cartridge. Bump this one out like so. I notice that's okay. That's some grease or something. Okay, that's all looks good. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at these, and one other thing you're going to do, because this is a real problem, is you're going to scribe these cartridges. It's another thing you want to do. You know, put a little triangle on it, use a scribe before we take them apart, because this is a major problem that I've seen happen where guys have put these together wrong. So we're going to take a little triangle, use a scribe, scribe it, just make a little triangle on it. That way when you put it together you can check, and you'll see your little triangle on there, and it doesn't really hurt anything. Same thing on the big one. Okay, so we're just going to do an inspection now. And I'm going to try to determine why this thing's not working. If you have to, you can take pictures, but you want, because these are opposing cartridges, so one's a right hand, one's a left hand, because the way it sits in the housing. But it makes it right hand. But the back one's put in there as a left hand, but it's turned around, making it a right hand. And you have to understand that, or you'll really have some problems. These vanes have to be pointed the correct direction. So let's check this one first. This is usually the one that has a problem, but it may not. Let's see. Okay. Fairly clean on the valve plate. Okay. I'm going to lift this cam up and look for chatter. Okay. I don't like that. There's a hard spot in it. That's not good. It's not smooth in that cam. It's not in bad shape other than that hard spot in the cam. Now I would just go ahead and replace that. Get this over here. Gotta watch out these vanes. Okay, and they have other pieces in them. You can see you got this little piece, and you see the bevel on there. That's why that has to be the right direction. You can't, it only goes one way or it won't work. But this customer, because of that, I know we're already going to replace this cartridge. I don't like that hard spot in the cam there. That's a problem. Okay, so just going to button this back up so I find out what's going on here. I'm going to button this one back up. These things can be a real pain in the butt. This thing's causing me all kinds of problems. Let me set that aside. It's going to take a little bit of messing around. Let's take a look at this other one. I already know I'm going to replace that one, so it doesn't matter. That cartridge has a step in the cam, so that needs to be changed. What I'll do is, I always put it back when I get the new cartridges. I double check and make sure it's the same when it goes back. So that's why we're going to put it back together. Realistically, I would probably change both of these cartridges. This particular case, you don't want to do a patch because of who it is. It's a big corporation. You just put new guts inside, and they'll still save money, but we can't mess around with patch repairs, only if they're in a jam. Okay, this one's got some scarring in it. Not bad in there. It does have some scarring, but I'm going to recommend that they just go ahead and get 2 new cartridges on it, because it's just going to work out better to do it that way. This needs new plates. The rotor's got some scarring on it. The thing's only 6 months old, but they run them pretty hard. So I just wanted to show you that. Sometimes, you know, it's not the case, and you're suspicious because it's only 6 months. Well, a lot of factors. You gotta clean that oil. You know, using old oil with crap in it, it wears these out. They're running super hard. It's another factor. Maintenance, and most of the time, most companies, they don't mess with anything until it goes out. The maintenance is minimal until something happens, and then they're scrambling. We're trying to help them get a handle on this because this happens a lot. So I'm just going to put this back loosely. I'll order the 2 new cartridges after we get the okay. And they'll have a new bearing and seal kit in there, and it'll be like brand new for half the cost. So we just set them back here. I've got the triangle, and then I can match up the new ones and make sure that it's the same height and the same way the cam's going and everything else. So I'll put this one back together. But I just want to show you that. I've shown it before, but so we're just going to replace that. Stand by.